We start our trek from Ramthangkha after driving 12 kilometers from Paro town. Our destination Taktsang is popularly known as Tiger's Nest. Some curios are being sold at the entrance for the tourists. It is around 8 o'clock in the morning, quite chilly and conducive for the trek. We reach the horse station where one can hire a horse for two-thirds part of the trek route. Yet another horse station, but no one ventures. We are on a mudstone track and about to enter the forested area with dense growth of conifers. The cool shaded area on gentle slope uphill is ideal for trekking. We come near small shrines with sound of water flow and bells. After some easy gradient so far, we brace up for somewhat steep slope. At 9 o'clock, we are at an altitude to get a good view of the valley down below. The resting place with benches makes us take a breather for a few minutes. The first good view of Taktsang clinging to the hill surface on top of a gigantic rock make a good picture. At 9:15 we come to another resting place full of flags and Buddhist prayer wheels, and we get good view of Tiger's Lair from the top of the pine trees. At 9:20 we come to bifurcation of the route, the mud track going upwards to Taktsang and the downward cement track going towards the cafeteria. We decide to take the latter. People help themselves with tea and snacks from the narrow stalls. Some take vantage position on top area to get a good view around. The Taktshang cafeteria, located at the extreme end, has a good hall, but tourists prefer to sit outside to get a good view of Tiger's Nest. One of the Bhutanese guides goes musical for the amusement of the tourists. We are back to mudstone track to proceed to our destination. At around 10 o'clock, we come to another resting place with sitting arrangements and colorful flags fluttering. The local Bhutanese retreating after their visit to Taktsang and looking around the trek path for some elusive herbs. A beautiful looking shelter which no one seems to occupy, barring a black dog taking a snooze. There seems to be a small shrine over there. We have reached the highest elevation of our trek, and the very tall flag depicting the motifs and mantras and very conspicuous.
Fabulous! Yes.
As my friend exclaims, looking at the hillside, with Taktsang appearing to be precariously clutching the hillside and barely getting a foothold on a giant vertical rocky surface. The distance is still about 500 meters to be covered by taking a stepped path connecting two hills.
Yes.
As we go down, one more peek at the valley down below. A small sacred waterfall cascades down, going through the holy shrine and flowing below the bridge. The ascending steps lead straight to Mashik Phuk and the right hand detour leads one to Taktsang. The site of entry gate indicates that the Taktshang is not very far off. Now we get a majestic view of Taktsang real close, and it looks even more beautiful. The tourists are negotiating the final steps to reach the closest structure of the Taktshang, fully manned by security personnel. At security station, we take a break to look around the scenario before making the final climb. The steep flight of steps taken by us while reaching this place looks great. A pair of birds hopping around the cave, oblivious of the arriving tourists. A makeshift shrine with mermaid of Latso as deity. That one is security cautionary signage. The locker room for keeping camera, phones, walking stick and baggages which are not allowed to be taken to Taktshang.